happened against Maryland last year?
Yeah, we'll get to him.
Probably a little bit because, that was probably one of the most stressful games for us. Just as a defense, we definitely want to make up for that. But yeah, still approaching it just like every other game. They're really talented players, and we learned that last year. So
a lot has changed for them since that game last year with you guys, obviously, and the coaching staff and everything. Did you guys prepare this week? Did you watch last year's Maryland game, or just focus on what they've done so far this year?
No, we didn't watch any of last year's film because we feel like they're a different team, but also we feel like we're a different team as well. But yeah, no, we just remember last year. We haven't watched it though.
How far? The turnaround has been pretty dramatic, obviously, this year from what happened there last year. Is it hard to believe that was even you guys on the field in that game compared to where you are now?
It's not hard to believe because I was in it every day, so I definitely know it was real. And yeah, I'm just happy we got this opportunity to go out and play on Saturday.
What's the just feel like compared to last year going into a game like this for your defense? How much higher is the confidence? How much more do you guys just feel like you guys are in control of what you're doing on defense this year?
We definitely feel confident just because of the way we've been playing so far this year. But I would say last year we would go out to games confident as well. So definitely like a step up from that, but nothing dramatic or anything like that.
What are the things they did offensively last year that you think gave you guys so much trouble? And are those still the same challenges this year, or are they different?
Well, they just have great players, great athletes, and they could do something with the ball when they're in space. So it's definitely just trying to shore up on that kind of stuff. But in terms of us, we gave up some. We made some errors that we shouldn't have made as well. So just shoring that kind of stuff up, but yeah.
Javon Leake's a guy who's made a lot of big plays for them as a runner in a return game. Is he someone who stands out on film as somebody you guys got to be prepared for?
Definitely, because he's probably one of the fastest players we went against, if not the fastest. So yeah, we definitely got our hands full.
One in the first rankings. Does it matter? How much does it matter? Did you get to watch it?
I didn't watch it. I just got I saw it on social media and stuff like that. It's nice. That they respect us enough to put us at the #1 spot, but it really doesn't matter if we don't beat Maryland.
I'm assuming.
So yeah.
Was there any discussion about it at all among the team, coaches, players, anything?
I said, yeah. Coaches said it was good, but it should motivate you at the same time, just knowing just how far we've come and how much work has been put in to get to this point. It would really suck to have it slip through your fingers. So it's definitely motivating.
Do you take some pride in it, knowing that this committee got together and said, because of what you guys have done, you're the best there is right now, even if it's just for 1 week? Is there some pride to be taken from that?
I guess so, but I don't know, the way I'm wired and the way I know a lot of my teammates are wired, that we see a bunch of mistakes that we've made on film, and other teams see that, so we're just really focused on getting our stuff right. So we don't think we're that good yet.
So along those lines, the Maryland game last year was not the only game where you guys came out of it thinking there's some things we have to fix on the defense. Look at this year, you guys are kind of just smothering everybody. There really hasn't been anybody that's challenged you guys for more than a quarter or so with their offense. How does that change the accountability this year? How are you guys holding each other, how the coach is holding you accountable, how are you guys holding each other accountable, or to a higher standard this season when the defense is playing so well?
Yeah. I think the standard has always been the standard. Just being at Ohio State, you want to be the best in America at what you do. So I think that's always been the standard. But when you're playing well or playing better than you were last year, it's when you're watching film, it's not as painful as maybe it was last year or something like that. But I would say that's the only difference really. But we definitely make way too many mistakes for us to be complacent. You know what I'm saying?
But it's got to be different mistakes, right? Last year, weren't the mistakes more obvious? Isn't this year it's like a smaller?
Well, it's hard to say because it's a different defense as well, so
yeah,
it's hard.
What do you remember most about that Maryland game last year?
probably just the talent they have at running back and receiver. I know they mix their quarterbacks around, but yeah, just a lot of talent that they have.
Hey, Jordan, do you remember when you first met Jeff Hafley after you got settled in here?
Yeah, but I know him from before.
How'd you know?
Because he recruited my brother at Rutgers, so yeah, like did the whole in-home visit and everything. So I know him from before. So it's actually a pretty funny story how kind of like met up again.
So like, I guess what was your impression of him then, and what was your impression of him now as a coach? Now that you get to play for him?
Oh, it was great. He was probably my brother's favorite like coach, like recruiter or whatever. So yeah, definitely thought he was a great guy because whoever I mean, me and my brother think the same. So yeah, whoever he likes, I basically like for real. But yeah, and it's just grown from there, really, since he's been here.
Jordan, just to follow up what I was asking before with Keandre, do you still keep in touch with him much now that he's in Maryland?
Oh, yeah.
And just what's it like to see him having success there?
Oh yeah, we always keep in touch, and whether it's seeing something funny on Instagram, we'll send it to each other, or just checking in and stuff like that. But yeah, that was one of my best friends when he was here, so it definitely sucked to have him leave, but it's gonna be really good to see him on Saturday.
How do you approach November? How do you approach November? You know, it gets cold and the toughest games usually at the end of the season, and you got a lot on the line. How do you approach it?
I would say just approach everything with that mentality that you're not that good yet, and that this is when the really good players and really good teams really step up. This is the time of the year when it gets cold and when the weather starts changing and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yesterday, Coach Day, Coach Hafley, Justin, they were all saying that there's more for this offense to do. What do you feel like this defense still has left to prove, or still left to accomplish?
To be honest, I feel like we haven't accomplished much yet. We've played well, but in terms of accomplishments, we won 8 games, right? That's about it. So, I mean, we got a whole lot of football left to play. So, in terms of accomplishments, I don't think we've really done anything solid yet. So, yeah, definitely got a lot of more work to do.
Hey, Jordan, I just walked up, but when you look at Maryland on video this year compared to a year ago, what just jumps out at you that's different about them offensively from your vantage point?
To be honest, I don't really remember them too much from last year because I didn't watch the game from last year. After we watched it as a team, I just wanted to flush that one. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, what they do well is get the ball to their athletes to go make plays. So yeah, it's definitely tough, and they rotate quarterbacks too, so you got to know who's in the game there. Great tight ends as well. So yeah, we got a big challenge ahead.
Now, you know, you flushed that game, as you said, quickly, but what is it that's really come right with this defense as you sit here now, 8 games in, that y'all tightened, that's obvious to you guys, that is totally different from a year ago, from the defense y'all had that got gashed a lot?
I think it's the emphasis of just running to the ball and the mixture of zone too. Just more eyes on the ball as well. Just the combination of those 2 things, I think that's made a difference. But yeah, that's all I can really say.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Jordan. Thanks, Jordan.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe below to get the latest videos from Lettermen Row.
We got Letterman Live, we've got the practice report, we got rapid reaction. Hey, and you know we got Buckeye IQ with Zach Bourne.
For sure. We got recruiting breakdowns with Berm. We got whatever you need. Ohio State football and Ohio State athletics, we've got you covered here at Lettermen Row.